Hello and welcome to TNV Academy. Today we are diving deep into a critical subject that underpins the success and safety of cold chain operations, creating a standard operating procedure that is SOP for refrigerated deliveries. If you are in pharmaceuticals, perishable food logistics, medical transport, or temperature sensitive e-commerce, then this episode is a must-watch for you. Over the next few minutes, we will guide you step by step through designing, structuring, and implementing a reliable SOP for refrigerated deliveries. A well-crafted SOP ensures compliance, consistency, customer satisfaction, and risk mitigation. Let's begin our deep dive into this operational cornerstone. Understanding SOPs in the context of refrigerated logistics. First, what is an SOP? A standard operating procedure is a detailed written instruction designed to achieve uniformity in the performance of a specific function. In refrigerated logistics, it defines how a delivery involving temperature-sensitive goods should be handled, from packaging to transportation to delivery confirmation. SOPs are vital for maintaining temperature integrity, minimizing human error, ensuring compliance with the standards like ISO 23412 and ISO 9001, and offering a clear roadmap for training, auditing, and improvement. Step 1. Define the scope of your SOP. Begin your SOP by clearly stating the scope. This explains what the SOP covers and what it does not. For example, this SOP outlines the steps involved in the pickup, transportation, and delivery of refrigerated goods using validated thermal containers across land-based routes. It applies to all delivery personnel, quality control staff, and logistics managers. The scope should include the type of products, examples, vaccines, fresh produce, modes of transport, target temperature ranges, and responsible departments. Step 2. Identify roles and responsibilities. Next, define the roles involved. Assign responsibilities clearly to avoid ambiguity. Logistics coordinator plans the route, assigns vehicles, and ensures vehicle temperature readiness. Warehouse staff prepares and packs temperature-sensitive items. Delivery driver transports and monitors temperature conditions during transit. Quality assurance officer validates thermal containers, inspects documentation, and responds to incidents. Customer service handles post-delivery feedback or temperature-related complaints. These roles should be documented in the SOP under a dedicated responsibilities section, preferably with a RACI matrix. Step 3. Define required materials and equipment. List all the materials, tools, and equipment necessary for executing the refrigerated delivery. This may include pre-qualified thermal containers, ice packs or phase change materials, temperature monitoring devices, sealing tapes and security tags, clean PPE that is gloves and hairnets, labeling materials, delivery checklist and forms, mobile tracking device for application. Ensure that all tools listed in the SOP are standardized across teams and regularly validated. Step 4. Pre-delivery preparation procedures. This is the core section where your SOP gets into action. Start with the preparation phase, covering these key areas. Container pre-conditioning. Specify how to condition thermal containers to ensure correct internal temperature before use. Product staging. Define the staging areas within the warehouse that are temperature controlled. Packing instructions. Despite the layering of product, coolant, insulation, and label placement. Temperature logger activation. Provide clear instructions on activating and verifying data loggers before packing. Also include details on what to do if any equipment or items are not available or are found defective. Step 5. Transportation and in-transit protocols. Once the delivery is on the road, your SOP must ensure temperature integrity during transport. Cover these key points. Vehicle requirements, type of vehicle, temperature control capability, cleanliness. Loading process. Describe proper loading methods to minimize thermal stress. Monitoring in transit. How often the driver must check the logger or onboard system. Communication. when and how to report deviations to QA and supervisors. Incident handling, what to do in case of traffic delays, equipment failure, or temperature breach. Your SOP should include visual aids such as diagrams showing how to load containers properly and where loggers must be placed. Step 6. Delivery at destination. Clearly define what the delivery team must do upon arrival. Pre-delivery verification. Check container integrity, labeling, and logger status before handover. Customer confirmation. Obtain acknowledgement from recipient including signature, timestamp, and any remarks. Temperature report extraction. Explain when and how to extract data from temperature monitoring devices. Photographic evidence. When applicable, document the condition of the parcel at the time of delivery. Include sample forms or templates within the SOP appendix for easy use. Step 7. Post-delivery follow-up and reporting. The SOP should describe what happens after the delivery is completed. Return of containers. Instructions for returning reusable containers or equipment. Incident reports. Form to be completed in case of any excursion or delivery issue. Data review. Temperature data must be reviewed by QA to ensure compliance. Customer feedback loop. Encourage the collection and analysis of delivery satisfaction metrics. This section supports continual improvement and traceability, crucial for audits and internal reviews. Step 8. Deviation and emergency procedures. Your SOP must anticipate deviations from the ideal path. Examples of emergency procedures to include: if a container fails validation, quarantine products notify QA, replace with validated container. If there is a temperature excursion in transit, notify control center, assess delivery feasibility, escalate to management. If a vehicle breaks down, initiate transfer plan, arrange alternate transport, document the event. Deviations must be logged, analyzed, and resolved through corrective and preventive actions, that is CAPA. Step 9. Quality control and review mechanisms. A high-performing SOP is not static. Define how often the SOP will be reviewed, who will review it, and how updates will be communicated. Include the following control points: SOP revision history table, approval matrix for updates, version numbering system, training requirements for updated SOPs. Quality assurance should perform periodic audits using SOP compliance checklists to validate adherence. Step 10. Training and implementation plan. A great SOP is only useful when people know how to use it. Lay down the training and rollout plan. Induction training for new drivers and warehouse staff. Annual refresher courses, SOP assessment exams or quizzes, simulation-based learning, that is mock deliveries, feedback collection mechanism. Training effectiveness should be reviewed through delivery error trends and audit findings. Step 11. Appendices and supporting documents. Add supporting materials like packing checklist templates, delivery acceptance forms, deviation report formats, thermal container validation records, driver emergency contact list, route risk assessment forms, SOP revision logs. Ensure appendices are numbered, referenced in the main SOP, and easily accessible. Maintaining regulatory and standard compliance. Make sure your SOP is aligned with relevant standards and regulations. It should comply with ISO 23412:2020 for refrigerated parcel delivery requirements, ISO 9001 for quality process integration. Local regulatory bodies such as CDSCO, FSSAI, or WHO GDP guidelines for pharmaceuticals. Regular compliance audits should compare SOP content with the latest standard requirements to ensure alignment. Digitalization of SOP workflows. Where possible, digitize your SOP execution. Use mobile apps for real-time temperature logging, digital checklist, delivery proof via e-signature, automated alerts for temperature breaches, GPS route tracking. Integrate your SOP with your ERP or QMS for seamless process automation and record retention. Making SOPs work in real life. To conclude this, we can say that an SOP for refrigerated deliveries is more than a document. It is a blueprint for operational success. It ensures your cold chain operations are efficient, safe, compliant, and consistent. But remember, an SOP is only as good as its implementation. Train your teams, use real data, review frequently, and most importantly, involve your frontline staff in continuous improvement. We hope this detailed session helps you create or improve your SOPs for refrigerated deliveries. If you found value in this video, like, share, and subscribe to TNV Academy for more ISO and QMS focused content. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next session of TNV Academy.